Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another session of Living World of Darkness. This is a mixed venue scene between the demons and the mages. This is currently set out a few hours before the scene with Veronica that you should go watch. But in this scene, we find Artemio spending some time in a bar, just relaxing with a catalog from IKEA, choosing furniture and all that kind of nonsense. And yeah, we will see what Artemio will do or who will find out in this bar in New York City. And so we begin.
Jericho, for his part, is far in the back of this particular establishment. Currently in a booth with his head in his hands and his drink before him, which he hasn't quite touched yet.
Artemio will read over his catalog, and in one moment he will see this person that seems to be extremely troubled because of two reasons. He seems to be extremely troubled, his face tells so, and second, it's 2 for 1 happy hour and he hasn't touched his drink. So, Artemio, being the good, lovely Samaritan and demon of love he is, he will approach with his Irish coffee, and he will look at the young gentleman, go like, "Do you mind if I sit? I hate to drink alone."
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
He will sit, uh, get his gray bulletproof suit back in order. Name's Artemio.
Oh, I'm Jack.
Hey, Jack. So, what's up?
Um, been a long day. I'll say that right off the bat.
Yeah. That face says that it's been more than a long day. Oh, and he will actually look into his pocket for a card and slide it to Jack. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm not trying to bamboozle you or anything like that. I just saw that, well, you seem to be a little bit troubled. And,
Oh, Jericho will simply go ahead and look over to this particular business card and just go ahead and look at it. And he'll go ahead and actually slide it over to the end of the table towards the salt shakers. Tequila, please. As he's actually talking over him and actually looking to somebody to go ahead and serve him. Salt. It'll
Okay.
take a few moments for the server to go ahead and get back to him. What do you like to drink?
Primarily whiskey.
You don't think that's a little bit strong?
Nah, I'm getting used to it. It's like,
Fair enough.
what? And he will look at the hour and look at back at Jack. You're drinking tequila this time. That's a little bit strong.
You're right. I should have gone for a Corona. Excuse me. Sorry. Corona. Thank you. I just, I just need a Corona with a bit of salt and a bit of lime, just to make me sort of like go back south. South was good for me.
Mm. So it's been really a long day, Jack? Or anything else happened?
It's been a long day that ended in rather a disturbing way, at least.
Okay. Uh, let's say that. I'm going to lend you my ear because, hey, New York, everyone needs a shoulder from time to time. Want to talk about it?
Okay, okay. I started off this morning walking in the general direction I thought I was going to go to work, but the buses, they took me to the wrong place,
Hmm.
and I actually became a little bit lost in the city. Now, I'm not native to the city.
Hmm.
I just got in a few days ago, so it was actually kind of intimidating for me.
Yeah, yeah. First, the first time I came into New York, I'm not from here either. Uh, it was really intimidating for me also. I'm actually from Florence, Italy.
No, really. I'm
Yeah.
actually from Ireland, I think. Though you wouldn't be able to tell it from my accent.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've actually visited the homeland. I was born
Hmm.
there, but I didn't necessarily grow up there.
Yeah, it happens. I also was born there, but I don't have the characteristic Italian accent.
Fair enough. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And do you ever quite remember the culture where you came from? Does that actually stick with you?
And at this moment, the demon inside it will poke around Artemius' memory bank, like, what can I tell this guy? And he will grab a few bits and pieces of Artemius' mind and go like, yeah. From time to time, I have old reactions from when, for example, Italian cuisine here, it's not Italian.
Okay, fair enough. And at this moment, the waiter will actually come back with a Corona with all the salt and the lime that he desperately wants, as he just goes ahead and takes it all for him. Thank you. Goes ahead and places it towards the Schultz shaker. Just say, not enough salt. Goes ahead and takes the salt. We'll actually cut the lip of the bottle, start to shake a little bit more onto it, and as he does so, he'll accidentally, quote unquote, spill it onto the business card that was placed there, and you can roll your perception awareness.
Okay, here we go. Perception awareness. Since I have acute sight, this helps me.
Nope.
Okay.
Purely going off of supernatural senses.
Whee! Supernatural sensors rolling. One, two, three successes.
All right. Jericho, aka Jack, is just going to go ahead and spill some salt onto the business card and try to read its fortune, whether it is a good omen, whether it's a bad omen, what general facet of life it is it good or bad?
Well, Artemio sends something weird and actually sees the salt over his card, and this young gentleman, being a little bit more concentrated than usual, he will just like, go forward near the card and go like over the salt.
You go ahead and do so. The salt goes ahead and spills over Jericho's left arm and says, hey, man, watch where you're blowing.
Ah, sorry, sorry, and he will clean the salt over the card. Old habits. Spilling salt is bad luck. You should throw it
Yeah,
over
yeah,
your right shoulder.
yeah. And he actually does take a pinch of it and throw it over his shoulder for no apparent reason at all whatsoever to anybody or anything in creation or the universe or in spheres, just because.
Right? Yes, because when you have a demon and a mage, you need to clarify that very, very, very well.
Right. He'll just simply say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It looks a little bit wet and salty. You think I could get another one?"
Yeah, yeah, sure. And he will grab. And he knows that he's dealing with someone special at the moment, so he will actually pick up one of his cards, hand it over. You're very special, aren't you?
We're all very, very special, he says as he goes ahead and takes the card and puts it into his pocket.
Yeah, and he will look at the people, and then he will look about at Jack. Yeah, but okay, I'm just taking a guess here, okay? Don't take it as any strange or weird thing, but in New York, there are some certain group of people, and he will start speaking lower, that are more special than other certain groups of people.
I'm sorry, you may have me confused with somebody else entirely.
No, I'm not. I'm sure that I'm not.
No. I'm very, very sure you're just confusing me for somebody else. It happens all the time, actually. I just have one of those faces.
Well, may I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
You're an acquaintance of the people of... And he's trying to remember where the hell are the vampires and the werewolves. From the people of Manhattan or the people of Central Park?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even live on this Manhattan island.
Hmm. Are you any acquaintance of the people of the Bronx?
I don't know anybody in the Bronx. Like I said, I just got here a few days ago.
Hmm. Okay. So you're new, like a few days ago, as you say. Why did you come here?
I simply came here because I thought there would be some opportunities for me to go ahead and advance my education.
No. What are you studying?
Thermonuclear dynamics, actually, and its application to fungus growth, which is weird enough.
And I cannot roll perception empathy because that's a very good description of what fucking magic is. God damn it. Okay, that's weird. That's very weird.
I'm sure as and he flips over the card again, psychiatrist, you encounter a lot of weird things.
Yes, I have encountered a lot of weird things lately. And he actually looks like shit, yes, weird things have happened to me. So, okay. Uh, I will do one favor for you.
When you go
Go
ahead.
ahead. No, you're first.
You're actually gonna go ahead and you subtly see that a few of Jack's wheels are turning. He's actually a bit curious. He's actually curious. He's willing to hear you out on some more things. He's like, yeah?
Yeah, as Artemio in this point is not sure what the hell Jack is, he's going to pull his almighty trick of empathic response, perception empathy. So yeah, your wits, good sir.
Okay, fair enough. Currently, popping up 5.
Okay. Difficulty 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. But
Okay, fair enough.
since you have that on, or you don't have that on, or well, you can actually roll for your psychic mind power shield.
Yes, that's exactly what I intend to do. I have to roll perception awareness to either ping this.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Please, a botch. Yes!
It's not a botch, but there's definitely no successes on this roll, as Jake happens to be completely. Yeah. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see it coming at all. He just thinks that you're a rather charismatic individual yourself.
So, Artemio will loosen up a little bit. You were telling me about your studies, thermodynamic over fungus growth. How does that work?
Yeah, yeah, actually. At the moment, I just have a small garden to myself. I'm actually trying to grow it up a little bit. At the moment, I've got scant funds, so I'm trying to build up some money to start an actual garden, start actually tilling and plowing things, and see if I can't actually get some seed packets to myself. At the moment, I could just go to the green grocer and pick up a few flakes of chili pepper, but I'm looking for more of the rare stuff. And the rare stuff is just completely out of my price range for any reasonable amount of growth.
Well, at what sign, at what amount are you looking at your aiming?
Say again?
Uh, what kind of plans or price range are you aiming for?
Well, I'm actually aiming for something in the $1,000 market per month to maintain, just simply because it's a reasonable amount of money to survive on and keep growing my crops, keep cultivating my garden.
Right. So, okay. Uh, in a couple of days, or yeah, probably Friday next week, there is a jazz club opening at the Bronx. It's called the Limelight.
Hmm.
It's one of my side thingies, and I'm actually looking for people to work there. So,
What kind of people are you hoping to hire? What kind of work really needs to be done?
well, I'm looking for anyone. Let's say, and I'm sorry for my use of words in here, but I'm looking for either children of the night, really vibrant people like those old charmers from the fairy tales, the Pied Piper or something like that for the band, or what else? Oh, very bestial singers that can have some good howls, or there is some very strange kind of people that can warp reality around them, like change it into a very good mood, thing that make things that normal minds cannot handle.
Well, I do know some people that the last uh, group of you described. He's actually a DJ. I've heard around, and apparently he travels in some of the same circles that I sort of travel. And if you want to, I can get in contact with him and point him in your direction. He's always looking for
Yeah,
that kind of work.
I'm also aiming for more like kind of jazz, and he's actually talking about the club in this moment. We are looking for jazz people. But yeah, I would love to be an acquaintance of the people who can actually warp reality.
In a mood setting environment.
Yes, any kind of them. Well, anyone who can change reality is very important to humanity in any shape, way, or fashion. And the Luciferian inside this demon is pulling out now.
I'll tell you one thing. He goes ahead and look again. Dr. Allegretto,
Hmm.
you really don't want people who can change the mood rather radically like that. You don't really want people to go ahead and willy-nilly change the reality of your jazz club, change the mood of your jazz club as radically as you would want to, simply because all around this city there are
Mhm.
already pockets of moods that change from good to very bad very, very quickly, and sometimes these
Oh,
moods
yeah.
are just completely wrong and bad, and they just drive
Yes.
people out.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I know, I know, I know. Uh, well, me and a group of my friends had a situation with a group of patients lately that had a well, they you know that old phrase that says some men want to watch the world burn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that so many of your patients are more self-destructive than they ought to be, and you can definitely see that at the word self-destructive. Jack will actually shut the fuck up.
Oh, don't worry, they are just stray sheep that need to be pulled back into the herd.
Well, I kind of hope you the best with that. Myself, I haven't had any particular success doing that recently.
Oh, so that's what gets you depressed, Jack. What happened? Come on, you can tell me. It will lie here between you, me, and this bottle of good Corona beer.
Okay. There's a woman walking around who doesn't know me, in fact, doesn't owe me anything, and is in fact going to live a long, long life without me, and I am perfectly okay with that.
Mhm.
That fills me with a kind of hope that leads me to wake up the next morning. However, maybe only to me, but this woman also jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge not but a few hours ago, and she called me just before she did it. She wanted to talk to me before she jumped.
Okay, and what did she tell you? It's very difficult to have suicide situations in one hands.
I, I really did. I really tried to keep her talking just so that the police could get at her and try to help her. And from what I heard over the phone, at least, they were able to do so. It's just she went ahead and jumped before they were able to do much of anything.
And you told me you had no relationship with this woman for.
No, I simply met her a few days ago. Like I said, new to the city. New to see if I could branch out a little bit.
And what did she actually say you through the phone?
She told me that life was simply not worth it. She told me that the people around her were monsters. She told me that the only thing she wanted me to do was to look after Riley, her dog. And then
Oh,
we talked about a lot of other nonsense. She told me about her dog quite a lot. I try to focus on that. But at the end of it, when the officer was trying to get her off that ledge, he just jumped.
hmm, okay. And you're going to go ahead with this woman last wish? You're going to take care of Riley?
Riley is well taken care of.
But not by you then.
I'll tell you what, Doctor. It really doesn't matter if I'm helping that dog or if some other strange woman is helping that dog, as long as that dog is taken care of. That's all I
No,
care
no,
about.
no, 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 no. That's where the problem is. a random woman asked you to take care of her dog in her last dying wish. It's madness, yes, it is. But anyways, it was her last dying wish. Maybe this is keeping you settled. The account that you couldn't do anything, you feel guilty for this woman's death. But you don't have reasons to do so. But maybe if you grab the dog, you will feel a little bit better.
No, no, that dog is being well taken care of by its owner, actually.
Oh, so this woman was not the owner of this dog?
No, no, she was the owner. It's just her sister is taking care of it.
No, very well. Well, well, I can do one recommendation. Uh, I know you didn't met this woman, like establish a relationship with her, but maybe when she's put in the ground, you could leave a flower. It helps. It's slicing the last connection.
It's simply pushing the wheel.
That's a very interesting concept. Why the use of a wheel, Jack?
Because it symbols the beginning and the end. It symbols the good and the bad. When you're
Uh,
just a small guy at the bottom of the wheel, all you can really do is keep it turning.
yes,
Because
yes.
you know for a fact the wheel is going to crush you at one point or another. You keep pushing simply because after you push it long enough, you get to be on the top, even if it's just for a second.
Yep, that's the correct answer. Oh, you seem to know more than you said about you, or about the world itself, Jack.
I plead ignorance to a lot of things, and the more that I live in the city, the more I realize that there's just a lot of things I'm ignorant about. A lot of things I still need to know, still need to understand in order to survive.
Well,
And I know
there
I've made some
are,
mistakes. I recognize
yeah,
them.
everyone does mistakes. Even the creator has done mistakes. Even the angels have done mistakes. Everyone does.
That
You
might be
just don't
true.
need to
It's
feel.
just
Mhm.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you're given the opportunity, the responsibility to push the wheel, and you push the wheel in the wrong direction, if you make a mistake when you push the wheel, you don't crush yourself. You crush a lot of other people. And the wheel gets ahead of you, starts to run down that hill quicker than you can catch up to it. Pretty soon, there's nothing you can do because you just caused a lot of suffering and anguish without realizing it.
Well, you have tried to ask for help to stop or to push the wheel to the correct way.
When I need to, I go ahead and ask for help. I go ahead and yell for help. I had one of my neighbors call the cops when I was on the phone with that woman.
Well, I, I'm I cannot say that I'm your friend. This is a very fleeting moment to say that, but you can talk to me. On the car is my particular phone. I answer it 24/7. So if you ever need to talk, you can ring me and we can get together in a bar or in my place and my consultory and have a chat about life and wills.
You know what? I think I'd actually appreciate that. There's a lot of things in my life that I still need to piece together after the move, strange city, trying to get with my
Mm.
peers again. I'm starting from ground zero at the moment, and maybe I'll give you a
Yeah.
call sometime when I'm down low.
Well, I have started my life from zero, so to speak, a few weeks ago, over a month now, I believe.
Oh,
And it's been difficult, but well, I actually know that you're special, Jack.
We're all special.
Yes, 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 but I mean in this more special sense. And he's being dead serious now, looking at Jack like on the sense of stop bullshitting me. I know you're from the kind of people I know. And he will actually lean on the table and go like, you are your own very little lovely brand of snowflake, aren't you?
Well, there are about 1,000 different snowflakes. No one person is the same as the other, is the same as the other, is the same as the other.
Yes, but remember what kind of people I'm looking for my club?
Uh, you talked about a lot of different people, most of which I've never met before.
Well, if you would need to qualify yourself, just say no. To which group of people would you belong to? The ones who house at the mic, the one who are like the Pied Piper from the fairy tales, well, the club goers, the childrens of the night, or those very special people that can change the mood and the reality of a place.
You know what I like to think, my good friend? I like to think that I'm a very, very good storyteller. And with that, Jack will go ahead and step away from the bench, extend out his hand. It was very enlightening to talk to you, Doctor. I'll
Yes,
call you
yes,
later.
sure. And you can actually notice that Artemio hasn't pulled out. He hasn't pulled out his black leather gloves during the whole meeting, and he hasn't touched his drink when he started talking to you, and he will shake with his leather gloves still on, and he has a tighter grip and look at you. Just don't let the wheel crush you. If you need help, call me.
I will, Doctor. I will. And with that, he actually goes over to the waitress, slips them indiscriminate amount of money, $10 to cover his drinks as well as another one for the good doctor, and he just proceeds to walk out and leave the scene.
The doctor will just ponder for a second and go like, every day, every day I meet someone I cannot read that well. I am going to have very, very, very fun moments with this young gentleman, and he will go and ask for the count, but he's been told that Jack already paid for him, so he will be, well, time for IKEA, and he leaves. Thank you for watching.